So I love doing these videos. It's a seedling progress video. I like them so much because I love growing seedlings, because I love that rapid daily progress and just watching them and tending them, looking after my little babies. And so in this video, I'm not going to show you all the stuff that's planted and things we're harvesting. I'm just going to restrict myself just to the stuff that's still in its pots, waiting to be planted. So let's get on. So I'll start with my brassicas. Quite a lot of these are actually spares, but some of them, like these little cauliflowers, these are ready to be potted on. I don't think I'm going to plant them out just yet. Got some nice little Brussels sprouts at the back there, another succession of calabrese here, loads of kales and things, but most of those kales are all planted out now, so as I say, I'm just holding on to those just in case I need a few spares. Then these are the main crop onions, and they're looking pretty good. Happy with all of those, and I've got about half that number to plant as sets as well, so I always do just a few sets and mostly seeds, and the sets are just the ones that I want to plant out later on in the year, so I won't plant my sets until towards the sort of middle to the end of April, although I might start them in module trays like these a little bit earlier than that. But sets just let you plant later and still get a good crop, and that's sometimes necessary for me because I've got lots of stuff growing. And these are the salad onions, and we do have loads and loads of salad onions in the ground. Pretty much all of my other beds are full of salad onions, interplanted into spinach and lettuce and things like that. But yeah, these are all looking pretty good. I've started planting them out now, and this tray, obviously, that is ready now for planting out, and these two trays will be ready for planting out in a few days or a week. I've got some Zebrun shallots, and all these are multi-sown. They're always planted out in little clumps just like that. This is my last batch of acridulce broad beans, and got three other successions of those already in the ground, and they're all looking pretty good, so I'm quite happy with those. Pleased to get those out. They're ready for planting really now. My next succession, endless successions of radish. Again, we've got loads of those in the ground, and we're harvesting radish now again. We did have about 3 weeks when we weren't eating radish, but we're back on, plentiful supply. And then this is maybe my last succession of spinach. I'm never quite sure about when I'm going to do my last successions, but I generally at this time of year switch over to an Asian spinach. So in a couple of weeks' time, that's probably what we'll be sowing. This is the last true spinach. We've got loads and loads of overwintered spinach in the ground, and another succession before this one, which is coming on really nicely, which should be ready for harvest in a few weeks' time. And then these are all leeks. These are the furthest on, not much further on to be honest than these. Again, they're all looking quite nice. I've got one more succession of leeks to sow in a few weeks, and then I shall be done. We've got a few hundred there. So back home now, and I've got, these are my early peppers, so I only need 12 of these, and I've got loads more than 12. I think I've got 24 in that tray, and another 24 in that tray, of which I only need 6, so plenty of spares there to give away. And they're just the early ones. You'll see the later ones in a minute. And I've got the first few flowers, and these are red geraniums, and then I think, yeah, so these are the last of my first earlies that I'm growing in small pots. So there's some swifts and some charlottes. I've got another couple there. I've got lots of space here because I've just moved the carrots outside. I'll show you those in a second. So these are my second early peas. The first earlies are outside already under a little low tunnel and growing away quite nicely, along with the lettuces. This is my first tray of lettuces that will be grown outside in the kitchen garden, in that bed and that bed down there. These are the first of the carrots that I've sown this year, and I've got quite a lot of carrots that I sowed last year in November, and I've also got some that I sowed in August, and I've done a test harvest of the ones I sowed in August and they are horrendous. So basically they were right off, and so I'm really pleased that I've got more in the ground than I expected to have, because the ones that I was expecting to be picking in April are heading for the compost bin. So the ones I was expecting to be picking until the end of March have got to now last until the end of April, and fortunately we have enough. So these are the lettuces where I had extremely patchy germination. So you can see that those fleshy butter oak hardly germinated at all, and these were pretty patchy. Those are canasta, but there's probably enough there just to get something. The Grenoble red, they didn't germinate very well, but they're just about acceptable. Again, I'll probably get another one row out of those. And a few more little peppers, again growing quite nicely. So the peppers I've shown you so far represented 25% of my total. These are the next 25%. And they're looking really nice. I'm pretty pleased with those. And then I've got some cucumbers there, probably ready for planting out actually. I've got some celeriac, tomatoes, which are just for hanging baskets, and then those are the remaining 50% of my peppers. So quite a nice staggered number of peppers, and the reason that I've got so many so small here is just down to space. I just can't have them, you know, so big for so long in the house. And I've got a few more little tomatoes there ready for picking out. So all these are ready for picking out now. So hope you like this quick video. My name's Steve. This is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.